Hello, YouTube. We don't have anybody watching yet, but I just wanted to talk about the good weekend we had. We went to Jefferson, Texas in the motorhome. We have a 2003 Winnebago Sightseer. It's a 30B, it's the basement model. And we got it pretty cheap, and I've done some work fixing it up. And we've got it to where it's good and functional, and I'm still making improvements on it to make it more comfortable to live in and look a little bit better. But we went with my daughter followed us down there. My youngest daughter followed us down there with her two kids. And then my oldest daughter met us down there on Saturday. And the girls and my wife went shopping while I stayed with all the kids at the campsite. And I just had a blast. I love seeing the kids and interacting with them and watching them grow up. And I'm kind of missing them right now because I've been with them all weekend, and we had to go back to work and to school today, and kind of missing them. But we got back Sunday, late Sunday afternoon, and then had to go back to work and school today. But everything went real good. Had a good time. The weather was perfect Saturday, and I've got exactly a month. I'm retiring March 31st, so I've got less than a month to go before I retire, and I'm hoping I can get a lot done to the motorhome. And we've still got the fifth wheel that we use. I tow a jet ski behind it, and it really works good when we need to take the jet ski with us. I just not brave enough to put the motorhome on a boat ramp. I don't know if y'all have seen the video of the fisherman that had his motorhome on the boat ramp. It was a diesel pusher, and I guess the dog hit the thing in reverse, and we went for a swim. And so I'm not brave enough to do that. So we just take the fifth wheel with the jet ski, and I pull it with my pickup. And it really works out good. It's just not as easy to set up and break camp as it is with the motorhome. Cat, what are you doing? Come here. But we're really looking forward to this summer. My wife's still got several more years to work. She works for a dermatologist, and she really likes her job. I'm kind of burnt out on my job, and I'll be 62 in April, and it's a hard job and hard on the body, physically hard. And so I'm ready to give it up and be able to get up in the morning and just do what I want to do, work on what I want to work on. And I'm really looking forward to it. But I thought I'd just jump on here and see what else going on out there in YouTube land. And I'm going to try to get better at this live stream stuff. I'm not very good in front of the camera. And I'm trying to get my wife to where she'll get in front of the camera and help me make some videos together. And I'm thinking about changing the name of the channel. I started out, it's been probably 4 or 5 years ago. It's mostly going to be about my 67 Camaro that I've had for 40 years. And so I've done some videos on it, and I don't know, just didn't seem to be much interest in it. So in 2017, I bought a zero-turn mower and did a video on it, kind of a review on it, and boy, that video already took off, and that's where I've already got most of my views from. I think I've got 160,000 views, and at one time I was monetized back when all you had to have is 10,000 views, and it didn't matter how many subscribers you had. And I think you had to make $100 before they would actually give you a check. So I never quite got up to $100, and so I've never got a check from YouTube. But then they've changed the rules to where you had to have 1,000 subscribers and 400 watch hours in the previous year. And I've got probably half the watch hours, and I'm working on the subscribers. And I think once I retire, I'll have more time to dedicate towards YouTube, and hopefully my channel will grow. But I'm thinking about changing the name to more of an RV type channel, because that's mostly what we do now is RV and jet ski. And we love to kayak and hike, and still pretty active, like to explore. We've got one video that we made several years ago at Beaver's Bend, exploring a Crackhead camper. And boy, that video really took off. Some of it was pretty negative, and my wife kept telling me to turn off the comments, but I don't know. I've got thick skin, and it didn't really bother me. We weren't hurting anybody, and he wasn't even supposed to be there. He was just kind of an eyesore. But anyway, hey, I've got somebody on here. Nothing edited. What's going on? Good to have you in here. You're the first guest I've had. I'm just kind of giving this a try. I'm doing okay. I'm not sure how good I'm doing, but I'm doing okay. I hope this is watchable. It's pretty cool that you can get on here and talk to people all over the world, I guess, and kind of get a community going. Yeah, I've been watching some of your live chats, and I think you're doing a good job. I'm usually working when you're doing them, so I haven't seen a lot of them, but I haven't got notifications where you were having a live chat video, live stream, and I think it's really interesting that you can get on here and do your live stream and connect with other people all over the world. And yeah, it's kind of scary to get out in front of everybody and not know what you're going to talk about. And I hope it'll get easier. Maybe it'll get easier, because I'm sure not a public speaker. I real faithful Christian, and I go to church every Sunday and Wednesday night, but I've never got enough nerve to get up in front of the congregation and do any talking or public speaking, so it kind of scares me too. But maybe this will bring us out of our shell. Maybe we'll get better at it. I'm hoping it will. But my wife's not here tonight. She's at the hospital. Her stepfather fell and broke his hip. He's 98 years old and really doing remarkable for being that old. But break like that is really, really hard on him. So I hope he's does okay. And I think they're doing surgery tonight, so hopefully he'll be okay. And we want to at least see him make it to 100, and then beyond, hopefully, because he's still got his mind and still doing real good. Trying to read these comments. Yeah, that happens to me in church. If they call on me to read a passage or talk out loud, I usually make an excuse not to do it. It's and I do the same thing in school. I'd act like I didn't know where they were at in the book. Do anything I could to keep from speaking up. So I guess it's pretty common to be like that. Yeah, thank you for praying for him, and he's a good man. My wife's her real dad died quite a while ago, and her mother remarried this man, and he's a real good guy. He'll do anything for you, and it's just sad to see him get old and feeble and have a hard time getting around. But as far as his mind, he's got real good control of his faculties, and really it's really hard on him to not be able to do everything he likes to do because he's been active, his whole life up until just recently. But I appreciate you praying for him. I remember when I was just a kid, my grandmother, she was probably in her late 80s, and she fell and broke her hip. And a guy that I worked with, he was an older guy, and he said she probably won't live much longer now that she's broke her hip because being her age, and I guess that's a major break of major bone, and it really upset me. But he was right. She didn't live much longer after that. But hopefully that won't be Marvin's case. Hopefully he'll be able to pull through because he seems to be pretty strong. And we're all praying for him. But I guess I'll get off here. I appreciate you coming on here and kind of encouraging me. I need all the encouragement I can get. And I'll start trying to pay more attention, and maybe I can go back and watch your live streams, even if they're not live. I can go back and watch them after they've gone off. But like I say, well, that's good that your grandma lived 5 years after she broke her hip. That's good. How old was she? Was she pretty old? But hopefully you need to go for 15 minutes. I don't know if I can go that long. I'm in at 13:33 right now. Oh, your grandmother's 95? Wow, that's good. That's a good old ripe age. As long as you're mentally still active and got your mind and got a reasonable quality of life, that's a good age to get to. My dad, he was 93 when he died, but his last few years were not good at all. He was kind of bedridden and was losing his mind, and it was really probably the best thing for him to go on and call it quits because he wasn't enjoying life. And it was sad to see him that way because when you are raised, grow up with your parents taking care of you, it's hard to see them go down. That's good that she had a good life up until 6 months prior to her passing. That's good. But why do you say you need to be on here for 15 minutes? Is that a good amount of time to get some watch hours, or is that just the general rule of thumb? I'm kind of, well, I'm very new to this live stream stuff, but I just passed the 15-minute mark, so maybe that's good enough. But I appreciate you coming on here and encouraging me. And that is supposed to be the magic number to get some watch time. Well, that's good. I need some watch time. An hour is better. Yeah, I don't think I can think of things to say for an hour. Maybe I need to write down a list of topics to discuss. Maybe that would get me through. But anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I'm glad I started finding these live streams because it really does connect people that I'd never have known you had a channel if I hadn't seen you on these live streams and subscribed to your channel. And you already meet some interesting people. And we'll talk to everybody later. Thanks for joining in on the live stream. Bye.